Good morning. I want to welcome you to the first edition of Duck Chatter. This is Jonathan's idea, and he thought it would be a good idea, and I agree, to give people information on things that they might be interested in. Now, a lot of people know about some of the things we're going to talk about, but a lot of people don't. By the time we get through, we're going to try to do this weekly. By the time we get through, I think that you'll find something in here that you can learn from. So today, what we're going to talk about is making a duck call. A lot of people like to make their own duck call, or at least like to try. It's a nice hobby. It's fun for everybody to do. It takes some special tools to get started, and you kind of got to know where to start. Another thing is the barrel of the duck call, or the part that you blow through. This would be a barrel. This would be an insert. The barrel is pretty easy to make. That's what we're going to talk to you today about making. The insert is a little more difficult. There's too many details involved and too many tangibles for somebody that's a hobbyist to make. Not to say that you can't, but it's going to be easier to make a barrel like this and then buy an insert. Now, we sell these poly inserts for like $6.50. A great little insert, and it'll fit in any kind of barrel that you make, and we sell several thousand of these each year to different call makers. It's a pretty good little double reed, and we can get it single reed. Here's what it sounds like. Great little call, and you can put it in your barrel and you'll have your own call. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the lathe and show you kind of what you need to get started to make your own barrel. Okay, so over here at the lathe, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need your block of wood that you're going to make into a barrel, and you need to drill a hole through it. I just put this on a drill press. I drilled a 5/8 hole through the center of it. It doesn't have to be exactly center because once you put it on the mandrel is going to be the center. So what you do is you put it on this mandrel, and a couple more things you're going to need. You're going to have to buy a mandrel because they don't just sell them at a regular store. We do sell them. They're like $75, but they're going to be so handy for turning barrels, you almost have to have it. The other thing you need is a chuck, and this is the headstock at this end of the lathe. This is the tailstock at this end. So you're going to need a chuck, you're going to need the mandrel, and at this end, at the tailstock end, you need a live center. I don't know if you can see that, but it spins freely. So the chuck, the mandrel has a little center spot in it. The tailstock goes in it, and then make sure everything misses so it doesn't hit your tool rest. Turn your lathe on. It's a pretty low speed. You can go a little bit faster once you get started. Lay it down, and you want to be about center line on the mandrel. But lay it down and just start rounding. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is fit it for a band. And the reason you want a band is, well, actually for two reasons. One of them, it looks nice. The other is it gives it strength where the insert goes into the barrel. So you don't want it to be cracking there. So what I like to do is put the band on first. So I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to put the band on. And I'm going to try to turn it down so this band fits. Got to get it on tight enough. Now this mandrel is tapered, so the further it goes this way, the tighter it gets. grounded, you need to speed the lathe up, and a lot of them work on pulleys, a lot of them work on just dials, but they'll have variable speeds. Okay, so this is a parting tool, and I'm going to start that. Okay, so I got the band to fit on. That's to start. Okay, now I need to take it off of the lathe, and I have a press that I can press it on, but you could knock it on, just as long as you get it all the way to the end. So I'm gonna turn this upside down here, and I'm gonna hit on it. All right, so we got it about smooth. But after that, you can turn your own shape, whatever type of barrel you want. And I would pin the band. We also sell the little drills in pins. So you drill a small hole through it, put a pin in there, and then put it back on the lathe, turn it on, and file the pins off. And then sand everything, and you're ready to go. All right, this is just basically how to make a barrel. You're going to need an insert to go in it, but this is kind of a start for anybody. If you have any questions, you can call the shop, and we're more than happy to help you. But this is going to be the first edition of Duck Chatter, and I hope you enjoyed it.